Hey, how's it going? My name is Carson Gagorzik, and I was a creative director for the class advertising campaigns here at Queensland University of Technology. I'm going to be talking today about communication and how it is important when working with an agency, an advertising agency, or with any group in general. So first off, I would like to give a huge thanks to Gail for making everything possible. The first thing that I did when I stepped into her class was communicate with her. And I walked right up towards her and I told her my situation, telling her that I need this class to transfer back as an MSU credit, Michigan State University, my school back home. And she had no problem about it, and she said just email her and everything would work out. Um, so that's one reason that right off the get-go, the communication really worked for me. So when we first got our group, the first thing that we did was going around in a circle and tell each other our names and our majors and what we were good at. Then after that, what we did was create a Facebook group, and that was a really important thing to do at the beginning to establish that communication, to become friends, and be able to always share our ideas and our thoughts on that page. A passage from the University of Maine states that communicating effectively helps group members build trust and respect, foster learning, and accomplish goals. Written, oral, and body language are important tools for sharing ideas, feelings, and commitments. So within our group, we established these certain goals and all this criteria that we were going to reach within the semester. Without doing this, we wouldn't have been able to accomplish certain things down the road, and it really helped us kind of get things moving in order to always be ahead of the game and not fall back behind. The passage continues to go on and say that your group is made up of people who share a common interest and commitment, and yet perhaps see things in a variety of perspectives. So, of course, we all had the same commitment, and it's interesting to note that we were all from different backgrounds. I was from America, and some of the people were from the north, so like the sunny coast, some from the south, and some from the west. Another thing I learned from working in a group was how important it was to share our ideas. At first, our group wasn't really sharing our ideas and letting each other know exactly what we were working on, which made things really difficult as a team because the creative team would be thinking one thing while the managers or the planners would be doing something else, or the media hadn't really got to the creative team to tell us exactly what we were going to do and what platforms we were working on. So we kind of just were coming up with certain ideas and not really sure how we were going to execute them exactly yet. So we found out that it's very good to share our ideas and kind of be able to feed off of each other. And by doing this, we were able to think of ideas that wouldn't have been possible just alone. We also found out how important it was to get everyone's opinion in the group because there were certain ideas that the creative team had come up with that not the whole group had exactly liked, and we were okay with that. It just was better to get feedback from everyone in order to kind of pick a certain direction that we were all okay with. The author Kenneth Kahn states that the starting place for an effective communication is effective listening. So that's another thing that we needed to do as a team was always be actively listening in order to keep up with each other's ideas and kind of know where everyone's at and like their thought process. At first I was working alone as a creative, and then shortly Caitlin was added to our group. Working with a digital producer, Brittany, it all turned out pretty well as she was very good with design and she was pretty organized. And me and Caitlin had a bunch of good ideas that we were always willing to toss at her, and she would kind of tell us how they would work out and stuff. A quote from Lawrence Robinson states that communication is more about just exchanging information. It is about understanding the emotions and intention behind the information. Um, so what we did was kind of throw in our emotions when we were working on the project And when we would be messaging on Facebook and stuff, we would tell each other what we thought about our ideas and the emotions behind our ideas. Communicating like this was the most effective way to produce the ad, and once we had some mock-ups, we would send them straight to the big group on Facebook and communicate that in order to get some more feedback on it. Overall, this course made me realize how communication can result in things running smoothly. It also gave me a great idea on how the real advertising agency works, which was a huge help.